Well, back again in Cinelike D profile this time, should be a flatter profile. And I do this guy. So I have to grade this footage. But the green should be greener. It was kind of nippy wind. Still just shirt weather though. Look, electric car charging stations. Anyway, back to the yellow cabin again. Now I know the autofocus kind of works. So a big camera again, because I like the colors better on this. That's worth dragging along. I've got my strap set up. Still not very comfortable holding it out like this though. But anyway, and if I'm in focus is a good question. But it doesn't get my beer belly either. Anyway. Just to remind myself, I left at 11:40. This time I have the map and the GPS on, so see how many kilometers I go. Anyway. Oakley dokley. As you can see, it's really full summer now, not spring even. The leaves are more or less full-sized. Very green. This is what we want, green colors, not brown colors. So, almost no clouds. A few tiny ones. A few clouds over Hardangervidda. But and slowly, looking pretty good. Perfect weather. Almost no wind. Green trees. That's what we want. Green. Getting very tired of this hill though. So, it is what it is. Done this probably 30 or 40 times, including last year. Already done it 3 or 4 times, or 4 or 5 times now on this trip. So, am I in focus? There's a lonely mitten. Well, my favorite hill. I think I was overexposed. So I'm 2/3 of a stopover now, that's doable. My favorite hill, my favorite cabin. Anyway. F22. This hill is a real pain. I don't know if it's focusing or not. There's some people up there. So, anyway, I'll record going up so I get lots of breaks. And there's that huge cabin. Well, creek levels are very low. So, spring smelting is over. Not much left of that. And then I got my big hill to the yellow cabin. This is the whole point of filming, get lots of breaks. Catch my breath. And then another break at the top. And then head towards the Rüken. Anyway, it's the modern cabin. It's not too ugly actually. Oh, this hill's a pain. Here's the yellow cabin. Should really have a stabilized lens. There we go. I had to double shutter speed, so maybe a bit jittery, but that's too bad. That's about right. I'm shooting at ISO 200. It's the lowest it'll go, that's why. Need some neutral density filters. Anyway, the other day I went that way. That's towards Omaha. Today, back again for the millionth time towards the Rjukan. So, patches of snow towards Finsa. And you can see now all the snow is melted over towards Usta. So you can go hiking there now, no problem. I might do that hike before I leave from the tower over there. Oh, there's the Rjukan. And up there is Omaha. I have to choose. I can go to Hesteberget. It's up that way to the left. I can go back to the Rjukan. I don't think I will. Or I can cut diagonally right towards Omaha. So, good question. Still a lot of uphill, 200-300 meters, 300-400 meters. Or more, because I'm below 1100 here. Only gone up 150. So, first decision comes at the next crossing, just down there. Rjukan or up to the right. So we'll see. Anyway. So you can go to Prestholt over Hesteberget. Or Rykehovde rundt. I'm going to Hesteberget. So I'm going up this way. Done that a lot of times last summer as well. At least 3 or 4 times. So local. Know the area pretty well by now. Then there's another split on the trail, but that's further up. Might have to make a decision. Omaha or Hesteberget. So we'll see. Alrighty. Turn you off. Well, I'm at the trailhead. That took 2.5 kilometers in 50 minutes, so I'm going pretty slow. But I'm stopping to take a lot of video. So still some snow, but not much, just this one patch I think. And I have to take a pee, so just as well I got to the trail. Anyway, up now. And then the trail splits to Hesteberget or to Omaha, and I have to make a choice. But that's a little ways up. So anyway, it's perfect weather, almost no wind. Just a slight breeze, just enough to cool you off so it doesn't get too hot. It's about 17 or 18 degrees. 17 maybe, it's not quite 18. And really very little water in the creek, as you can see, hardly anything. So, alright, put you away. Here's the view. So 50 minutes is really not too bad, but it's a bit of hiking just to get to the trailhead. You have to go through a lot of cabins. Well, see, the last cabin is an old cabin, the same as at Songefjell, more or less identical. There are variations though. Anyway, I Thought that was interesting. That's the only old cabin I've seen up here. So that was built a while ago, back in 1970 or something, probably. Cool cabins. Anyway, now I need a peeing bush. Well, that's the second lonely mitten I've seen today. So, all they're all children's mittens, of course. Some had cold hands on the way down. Well, Finn, you recognize this. Here's one ski trail. Ski trail goes... Well, there's ski trail. This is the... We're not quite at the... Yeah, that's the ski trail. So this is the first crossing. The sign is up there, over there somewhere, or the Rükenhoven. Basically. The sign will be further over that way, I think. But we came a bit to the right. You normally go further over that way when you're going up to Hesteberget by ski. I think. Yeah, you do. So anyway. Well, almost no water in the creek. So it really hasn't rained for a while and the snow's all melted, so water levels are very low. There's a little bridge. It's been many years since Finn's done this hike. Up ahead is the sign for the turnoff. So the trail to the right goes to Amager, and they both go to Prestholt eventually. Hesteberget is to the left and much longer. I have to cross here somehow though. That could be tricky. There's a bit of snow in the creek. It's not so ideal. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to go in the snow and then jump over, I think. I think that's the goal. Don't want to collapse through into the creek though. So, some logistics here involved. Don't want to get soaked. Alright. Anyway. So far I've been going exactly an hour, so it's really not that far. And about 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers an hour, I'm not racing. I can see the sign to the ski sign, Rükenhoven over there. You may be able to make it out, it's a long way away. Just a dark smudge. Anyway, I can see some stockage. So the Hesteberget ski trail runs just to the left of us here. I can see a big rock I went to when I lost my drone last time in the winter, droning. It's very pretty though. Oh shit. It was that was a bumblebee, but I saw a big wasp on the sign, huge wasp. So I didn't stick around too long. Didn't think there were wasps up here, but it was a big wasp, a killer wasp from the Amazon jungle or something, or Asian killer wasp. These are bumblebees though. You can see they're okay. Lots of them. There's also, in summer, and it is summer now, normally lots of sheep further up, but I think it may be a bit early for the sheep. I don't think they're out yet. Soon though. Soon it's sheep time. Alright, this is heavy. Break. Come up a fair ways now. 3 people following. 4. Alright, I'm not alone. It's perfect weather though. That's a bit surprising. Didn't expect anyone else. I have to watch where I drone, I guess. Anyway. Well, now you can really see Hollingscotta. The other trail goes to the right. Oh, they're coming my way. Still a few ways down there. That's alright. Yes. Can't have the whole mountain to myself after all. Well, what you gonna do? Anyway. It's a Wednesday, but I guess some people still have home offices, so it's perfect weather. Summer holidays now too, so just about, I think. Anyway. Well, there could be pensioners who just live here. A lot of very fit pensioners live in Ustaoset. But look at that mountain. Not bad. Not bad. Well, getting a bit of snow up here now. So, still doable. I'm not sinking through. A little worried about the wind, you can hear that. I think it's still flyable though. I wish it would die down really though. Wow, Hesteberget is a long way away. That's a long hike. That's, if you can see, all the way up there, that tiny black speck on the top of that shelf there. That's Hesteberget. So, need hiking boots and ankle support for that. I wrecked my ankles and my knees last time I did that. My right knee especially, that was pretty bad. So, not today. Anyway. Those people will catch up with me in no time, I'm sure. I'm going very slowly. Anyway. Alright, more snow bridges. Oh, that was quite a long snow bridge. Snow patch. Got a few more. It's not quite totally melted yet. Well, I've been going for an hour and a half. I'm nearly at Hesteberget now. And I can't see the other group. I think they shot off towards Mavic. Oh no, there they are. Ways behind me. Going slowly, like me. There's the Rüken all the way down there, and the Rükenhoven is below us. So, an hour and a half, and let me see. .2 kilometers, and up 300 meters. So it's not that high up actually. But it's a fair ways. Still, I'm going very slowly, so that's alright. And there's Hesteberget and the famous Hollingscotta. We're almost at Hesteberget. You can see there's still ice on that little pond there. So the Hesteberget is just up ahead, and as well as the stockade for the ski trail and the sign. Barely see Hesteberget. So I want to drone along this creek, this river creek that goes down towards Prestholt. That's probably within the national park, but that's too bad. Maybe these people behind me will report me to the police. So I wanted to do this last time I went to Hesteberget. It was a bit too windy and there were too many people, so I didn't. But this time I will, from this hillock here. So I checked that off the list. And then last summer I drone from this. You can see this hill over there. And that's the Mavic basically. So anyway, all right. Let's go to Hesteberget, Finn. Well, back at the old Hesteberget there, the ski, and you can see the sign. Maybe if I zoom in a bit. There's the sign up there. So the ski trail runs there, kind of following all the stockade all the way to Prestholt, whereas the foot trail runs on the other side of this valley. And there's Amahay over that way. I could even go back via Amahay. I don't know, maybe not. Probably go back the same way. Anyway, I'm going to go up this little knoll little ways and see if I can't drone down the valley. That way I'm outside the national park, but I'm illegally droning inside the national park. Oh, that's too bad. In any case, there's quite a bit of wind, so I may not be able to drone. I may have dragged it all the way up here for nothing. And right now, this second it's alright, but then it picks up. It's really borderline again, but then it's always blowing up here, so I think it's doable. We'll see. Alright, I have to find a droning spot. This is as far as I go. I could go to Tvergastein, which is, let's see, can you see it? Oh, it's over there. There it is in the middle. You can barely see it. So, anyway. Oh, I think I found my spot. I'm at my spot. So it's blowing quite a bit though, it's very bad. There's Tvergastein. I could easily make it today, but if I can see it. It looks close, right? Just up that hill there, that black spot, but it's not close. It's far. It's up another 300 meters and another 3 kilometers over. So it's another Fløyen, another Stoltsekleven up. So I'm not doing that today. Today would be the perfect opportunity to do it. I could say I've done it this year, but it's blowing too much to drone, so I've seen it already. So there's no point. This is good enough. I've gone exactly 2 hours, almost to the minute, and I'm at the top of the Hesteberget, the hill, although the ski thing is down that way. So I can get some droning in if it'll just die down a bit. Those people seem to have disappeared. They went somewhere else. I'm not sure. Anyway, take some photos. See, Usta is all melted. That's the glacier over there. So, anyway, there's the track over there. It's the creek. Now that way is Haugestur, along the Rjökulen and Finse way in the background. And up here we have Tvergastein again. And you can actually go up there. I don't know if you can get to the top though. Maybe. Looks like it's very avalanche danger. You could get that snow on top of you. In summer maybe. Very steep though. I've seen people coming down it, but they didn't go all the way to the top. Anyway, otherwise you have to go up the Sherpa steps at Prestholt. So, anyway. So the wind is still very iffy. I don't know if it's droneable. I'd like to. It's a great spot, great weather. The wind will just die down a bit. I think it's alright. Oh, bless me. So, anyway, I'll drone both sides this way and then towards Prestholt. I'll have to move my stuff to do that though. So it'll be 2 droning sessions. Lots of drone footage. drone with the chopper. What the hell? It's the second time it's happened. It also happened when I went up here before to drone explicitly, and then there's a chopper. You can't drone with a chopper here. I think that he's bringing in salt licks or something. Oh, a bit of excitement. Not very peaceful. What the hell is he doing here? I have to wait till he leaves before I can drone. Alright, he's just hovering. Doesn't look like he's even landing. There's some cages or something with feed or salt licks or something up there, or maybe something to do with the fjellrev. I'm not sure what it is. It's a strange place to hover. There's really nothing there. It's just hovering around. Very close to the mountain. It's pretty good flying. Pretty amazing flying, really. So, can I see him? Yeah, just barely. He's going further up. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, I have to put this away because it's heavy. He's had enough now. Maybe now he's going over towards Tvegastein. He's just cruising the mountain there. Maybe someone's in trouble. He's looking for someone. He fell? I don't know. Doesn't look like a rescue helicopter. It's the wrong colors. Now he's just cruising along the side of the mountain. It's gonna buzz me. Haha! Holy crap. He's definitely looking for someone or something. A lost sheep maybe, or a fallen hiker. It's really hard to tell what he's doing. It's very strange. He's not actually landing, he's just cruising right down by the mountain there. Now he's went very close, and then now he's taking off again. Very strange. Now he's going miles away. Well, so much for droning. That's not good. He has to really leave for me to be able to drone, I think. Can't even be close in the neighborhood. So I just gotta wait a little bit. He'll take off eventually. Well, he seems to have gone. I can't hear him anymore. So I'll take the drone out and wait 10 minutes. He might come back. That's very dangerous, obviously. A drone and a helicopter in the same drone airspace, and drone flying away on me would be really bad. It was very low to the ground too, so I mean, but I can unpack it, and the wind keeps coming and going, so I mean, it's not too bad. I think it's doable. Glad I brought a jacket and my shoof, my keffia, or my whatchamacallit, because that wind is pretty cold. It comes straight off the glacier from the north, so or from the west, I guess, northwest. So, but it's perfect weather and a great little droning spot. So it'd be really tragic not to try at least and drone. He seems to have disappeared. He'll come back though, because there's nowhere to refuel or land over there, so he's going all along Hesteberget, so maybe national park. or something, the rangers. But it's okay, I'm not in the national park. I don't know. The sign for the national park is 300 meters that way. So that's where the border goes. Anyway. What amazing weather. Well, I can still hear him in the distance, so I'm going to wait a bit. Here he's coming. He's just behind that hill. And it must be for the Fjelldriv. I can't think what it would be for. I've seen them there before. Didn't land or anything. Just dropping their feed. The wind picked up, but I just have to be patient. I wait till he comes back and then flies away. That's really annoying. So the wind will only pick up more while I'm waiting here. So they've got remote and everything all set up. So just waiting for this choppy man. Choppy, chop chop. Wow. Helicopter didn't come back. I could hear him. But it was a bit of wind, but it was droneable. So I got in. Watch all these vistas. So it's 5 minutes of droning. That's enough there. I want to do that valley going that way. So I have to pack and repack and unpack again. Hopefully the damn chopper doesn't come back again. But good enough. So I got some droning in after all. Borderline too much wind. It was blowing off course. It'd come back 5 yards to the left of where it normally should come back, but it was doable. So anyway, I got my drone in. Cool. I've no idea what, I can't hear him now, but he was just on the other side of that hill over there. So I mean, I waited half an hour, and that's enough waiting. It's very hard to tell if it's the chopper or the creek, because the wind blows the noise a long distance. Well, first things first, do this guy. So I'm back to the GoPro now. I've packed away the big camera. I got my last droning in, so that's about 10 minutes of droning. That's enough. I only went through half a battery actually, so I brought 3 batteries. But an hour of droning would be pretty tedious. It's going to be over an hour video as it is. So I got my droning in. There's Tiger staying over there. You won't be able to see it on this. And I got a drone down the valley over there. So a couple drones there, and then a drone towards that area there. I only drone for max 15 seconds at a time because I was worried about it flying away on me and the chopper appearing. Causing a chopper to crash would be bad in 2 fatalities or 3 fatalities and chopper down. So that would be very bad. So I played it very conservatively, very safe. So just strap on the backpack and then head on down. It's an hour and a half, 2 hours down. I guess I can time it. I'll have to put the GPS on again. It is now, well, I'll leave it quarter past 3. I left at 11:40, but I've been droning over an hour and waiting for half an hour for the damn chopper. So quarter past 3, I'll be back at 5, more or less. And then a burger for dinner, I think, because I bought a piece of minced beef, which expired on the same day I bought it. I didn't check the date. It was the only one they had though, so I mean 1 day over is fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna go bushwhack cross country until I hit the trail and see if I can get the colors on the GoPro to work this time. They were a little brown last time, though it is very brown and olive up here. There's not much bright green, but it should have been greener than it turned out. So I bought from a Dutch guy a software plugin for 300 kroner. It better be worth it. It's 50 bucks. That should correct the colors properly for the GoPro. I already have one of his plugins for the drone, which I had to use because my software stopped working. So, nice guy. I had a very long email conversation with him. Very talented videographer and photographer, and so he just does this independently. Has a little website where you can download these plugins, or lookup tables as they're called. I'm gonna head down this way. What it looks like. You can say the stabilization is much better on the GoPro though. So, and it's much lighter, obviously. And I don't think the colors are as good. So we'll find out. Find out later tonight. Get to do all my color grading in. So that's pretty bright green. So that color should be green, not olive green. And so should this one should be bright green when you see it on the screen. So see if I can fix that. There are patches of it. Most of it's brown and grey and olive colored though. Most of the landscape around here doesn't get. I don't think it gets greener until much later when the grass may turn a bit green, but I think it's mostly brown most of the year. We're too high up for green grass up here. So, but still a bit early. And so you can still see patches of snow. So anyway, and then I have some snow bridges to cross, and then there's some wet bits coming up, quite wet. But this is a nice hike, longer hike, 2 hours one way, 4 hours all up, plus over an hour of droning. That's more of a day hike. Total of, I'm back at 5. That's 5.5 hours. Ooh, here it's a bit wet. 5.5 hours hike. 4 hours hiking and an hour droning. That's a bit more like it. Still probably have to do that every day, jogging. We don't want to lose the beer belly though. So it gets pretty wet here. I just have to tromp through it. The shoes are pretty waterproof though. They're good. Oh dear. Yeah, see. Here's the trail. Is pretty. The trail's turned into a bit of a creek. Some wading required. No sheep. I didn't see the other people at all. I think they went another way. They turned back. Alright, continue on in a bit. Well, I think Mama recognizes part of the trail. It's the way home from Tajikistan. I've done this a fair few times now, actually. Almost looks like a carriageway, but it's just trails. Quite popular in summer. Yeah, it's summer now, but I'm still wearing my schmog and a jacket because the wind was a bit cold when I was just sitting around waiting for the chopper. So I'm glad I brought it. It's just right. Not too hot, not too cold. Anyway. We have a creek crossing. In the distance. That's Hesteberget. The stockade. So I guess they stay up all year. Looks like. Finn's favorite trip up and down Hesteberget. Zooming down on the mountain skis. No tooth sheet for Finn. Wants to go fast. Huh. Next time, Finn. That'll be winter 2022. It's most likely the next time you can come here. So then you'll have been away for basically 3 years. It's now a year and a half since you were last here in Norway. And almost a year and a half since Mama was here, and now 4 or 5 years since Papa was here. So 2 years since I was in Australia. A year and 7 months or 8 months, almost 2 years. We have another person on the trail. So that's first time I'm meeting someone in shorts and a t-shirt. Bit cold for that if you ask me. So we're at the lookout spot. See that little pond is still frozen. Oh, she's really cruising, that girl. She's already disappeared. Anyway, young lady, 2 walking sticks, a tank top, and shorts. Which is, I guess if you really hike fast, it's doable. Wind is a little nippy. The color on the Usta one is really nice. I hope the GoPro captures that kind of turquoise blue. So I go around this thing, I think. It's enough wading through the snow. And went around it last time too. I could go on top of that hill, which is basically Hesteberget, which is where I was last year, and drone even more from there, but I think that's enough drone footage. 10 minutes is really enough, and then it gets boring. I don't want to push my luck, so I've already used up 1 of 9 lives of the drone. 1 of 9 drone lives is used up already. So really don't want to be pushing that return to home button too often. That means things are very bad. Anyway, it's very pretty up here. So there's Hesteberget, and there's the Leeming. And it's quite green down there in the valley. I might go back to Rügen, although it'd be nice to go to Ustatind or Ustatoppen maybe, where the big tower is, where I went with Turid and Marit and Astrid, and that was only about 5 years ago. So that just goes to show just how badly Marit has deteriorated from hiking up there. I'll have to look in the photos when it was. Maybe it was 6 years ago. I don't think it was that long ago though. To basically not being able to walk without a stroller. I mean, it's really pretty bad. So we'll do a detour. This water here you can drink, obviously. This is clean as. So I always bring too much water. There's always half a bottle left when I get down. Anyway, so it's still pretty wet in places. Yeah, so the trail becomes a bit of a creek along here. Just have to go along the side. Yeah, it's a creek mostly the whole way here. That's alright. First snow bridge. I might go through here if I'm not careful. Yeah. Sun makes a difference. Sinking through a little more. Anyway. So, long snow bridge now. See how this goes. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. So this one seems alright. Don't want to suddenly go through and do an ankle or a knee. That's the main worry. But this is pretty compacted. Looks like the girl went right around. Didn't even bother orienteering. Anyway. A bit slower walking on the snow. A lot slower. And this is how we got this little one. That's it. Creeks. Last little snow bridge, and I can take my jacket off soon. It's really stopped blowing up here. Wow, maybe not quite yet. Get further down. The trail has really become a creek, so just have to make some detours. Let's see, it's a little creek the whole way, path of least resistance. It's very shallow though, so no problem. And there's even a varda. Alright, it's time to take off my jacket. Now it's getting too warm. It's a lot warmer even just 100 meters down. And the wind isn't nearly as strong down here than as compared to up there. Well, that's much better. Ventilating. Shows my belly though, that's the problem. Don't have the camera bag to hide it. But anyway, I wonder, it's 4 hours hiking, how many beers have I lost? maybe 2. Probably make up for that when I get back. Anyway, it's a zero-sum game. Now. Pretty big trail though. Really. I need a better sign where the trail splits. That's really bad. It's barely legible. But so I don't know why they don't fix that, because this is a very popular trail, and so is the one to Amaha. So I think they'd signpost that. No, that's Ustaoset. These batteries are not lasting as long as they should. Now you can see the cabins. We're just about down to the first wall cabin, and I'm curious how the colors turn out on this now. They'll still be better on the big camera, but I can't always drag that along. That's a mission. And the sound is probably better on the big camera, I'm not sure. So I didn't bring a microphone, so that makes a difference. Obviously you can probably hear a lot of wind noise, so it's still blowing a bit. Mostly I'm curious about the colors. Colors have to be right for posterity. So I'm getting better at color grading. But see, the grass and these guys should be bright green, but not fluorescent. Should be green though. And so should be kind of olive-ish. And these should be greenish, the Dvergwerk, not olive. And we have kind of light green for the blueberries. There's some blueberry bushes, plants. So all different kinds of, and these guys are this kind of whatever color you want to call that. There they are. Gåsånger. Kind of a turquoise color, grayish turquoise. Well, not much water in that creek. There's some. So the snow's all melted. So, whoops. Give it a shake. Not much. And there's the Rüken over there. And Rükenhoven, still a patch of snow there. Anyway. Nearly back the road. It gets what are the green colors like? Are they properly green? Hesteberget. It's the difficult one, it's the greens. Everything else is easy. The greens are hard. It's like a little tunnel through the bush. It's quite something. A few thousand people have walked here though. So a little creek there, tiny one, very cute. And there's multer. No berries, but I see the plants. Some multer plants, or maybe not. I'm not sure. There's multer up here though. Come July, August, it's the season. August really. But apparently Brit has several secret multer spots. He won't share them though, so I don't know where they are for sure, but down around here there's quite a few marshes. You'd think there'd be some. I've rarely seen multer up here at Ustaoset though. You'd think there'd be some, but maybe a little bit high up. Not really enough marshland. I mean, there's some. Alright, and then we have to cross this guy somehow again. I think we'll do this guy. This looks a bit safer. So not much of a sign. You know the way home to Usta, so that's a good sign. But the other signs are hopeless. So really not too intuitive. It's really hopeless. So we're just about at the road, and then I think I'll turn you off for most of the road because you've seen that about 5 times now. So no need to show that again. Show the first bit of road just for Mama. This is going to be a very long video, over an hour. So I took a lot of footage on the way up, and then I droned for a good 15 minutes. So that's alright, that's what you can always fast forward. Mama and Papa have lots of free time, so pensioners now. Yeah, not much of a creek. Very low. Well, approaching the old cabin, and then I'll check the GPS, or I'll check my watch, see how long it took from Hesteberget, where I left at 1:15, down to here, down to the road. I'm guessing an hour, maybe even less. It's quite quick downhill, and I'm not stopping with the big camera every 5 minutes. I'm not huffing and puffing, so it goes a lot faster. While approaching the sign, whoops. Approaching the sign, so we'll see. at least the sign posted properly. So there it is. And I left at 1:15. It's exactly 45 minutes down to the sign, all the way from the top of Hesteberget. Now I have to take a pee before I get to all the cabins. There is actually another old cabin, a big one, over there, so that's two. So they built them probably the same time, I'm guessing. So now back to Dorthul, and then up that little hill, and then it's all downhill. And then this is what you saw that already, but that's the turn off to the trail. Oh, there was someone there. So I forget how long it took up to the trailhead, an hour or 40 minutes, I forget. It's on the video somewhere. So I'm down in 40 minutes basically, so it's even faster than I thought. What an amazing day though. That was, whoops, keep hitting the back of the screen and then funny things happen. It's not too good having a touch screen actually. Really nice. That's the nicest hike of the trip, I think, by quite a bit, apart from waiting half an hour for the chopper to show up. That was a bit of a drag, but otherwise I could have been home half an hour, 40 minutes earlier. But I mean, perfect weather, not too much wind. Was still droneable, although only just barely. I don't think I could have droned if it was any windier. And it's always windy up the top there. So all in all, a great day. So you can see Dorthul is just down there. It's really not that far from Dorthul to the trailhead. This guy's got a serious stack of firewood. Anyway, I wouldn't call it a huge cabin. That's a stack of firewood, Finn. Over there, it's got, I don't know how many bags. He was working away. Oh, it's not firewood, it's wood for the cabin. He was building this extra cabin, mini cabin, all last summer. Passed him about 5 times. Older guy. I don't know if I like the color of that paint though. It's a bit ugly, but anyway. I like these black or dark brown ones best, I think. That's their traditional color that suits dark brown or black and red and green. Those are the traditional Hallingdal colors. So most of the cabins look like that. Black and red and green. Same with the summer with the apartment too, actually. Anyway, so we're at Dorthul basically, and the turn off. So there it is. Well, there's Dorthul over there, the sign, but it's the turn off to take a right here and you end up at Rüken, all the way up there, where you go the way I went, and you end up at either Eimehay or Hesteberget, and eventually Prestholt. So only 7.5k, but to be honest, my knees already feel it. I'm carrying too much weight, so I don't know if I'm up for a whole round trip to Prestholt. It might really do my knees in, at least without proper hiking boots. I think that might not be too good. I'm just not used to long hikes anymore. That's alright, get older. So one last little hill there, and then the yellow cabin again in the shortcut, and we're home early. It'll have been 11:40. I'll be there by 4:40. So 5 hours. Yeah, I'll be there at 4:40. So 4 hours hiking, an hour of droning. Well, it's still quite a view. There's the yellow cabin. There's home. My second home. A lot of cabins. That's it for the uphill. All downhill. Well, there's no rush. I'm not timing it, so I'm just gonna mosey on down and go easy on my knees, my feet, my toenails. But my knees notice it. It was a pretty decent hike today. Up 400 meters or thereabouts, and probably 12 or 13 kilometers all up. About 12 kilometers, I think. So that's pretty decent. It's not a monster hike by any means, but a good afternoon solid hike. I just want to get this because this is an example of all the shades of green that I want to be able to capture. Anyway, so yeah. Shades of green, lots of different greens here. I'm hoping they turn out. 300 kroner, they better work. I think so. I think it should be better. Here, for example, lots of different colors. So this wasn't working the last time. I color graded the footage, didn't work out. So now it has to be, it's about 20 different kinds of green here. So the trees to the Hesteberget, to the juniper, to the grass, to the birch trees, which are kind of translucent through the sun. It's pretty cool. Spent a lot of time messing with that in 3D. So, famous yellow cabin. And the grass on the roofs. Anyway. Definitely a lot greener now, and a lot greener down here than it was up at the top. And the question is, the color was orange instead of red the last time I filmed these signs. So will it get that right? It's a good test. And this dark kind of bright green of the grass was also all wrong, and this is a green, deep green. So that all that happened in the space of a week, it was all brown, and it all grew up and sprouted and turned green in the space of a week or 8 days. That's quite something. Goes really quickly. See the green on that roof. So, not to mention all these plants sprouted up. Those plants over there, they weren't there a week ago. So, when summer comes, it really comes quickly. And this battery is just about 3/4 done already. So they don't last that long, an hour and a bit. More green here, just recording all this to see if it works. So you can see from the brown of the grass there, the green, the light going through those birch trees. It's a tricky one. And then the grey colour of the road has to be right. And the blue of the lake. But I mean, it shouldn't be all brown. It's definitely a green colour. So see if it works this time. Not to mention different shades of green here, olive to bright green. All these plants sprouted just now, these guys here. So they just came up. Not to mention the grass is really growing, all these guys came up just in a week. It's amazing. Well, we're in the home stretch now. Really exploded all the leaves just in a week. No spring here, just winter then summer all at once. I know it's a short summer. Plants know it's a very short summer, so they don't waste any time. They just go full bore, full green. Well, guess what I see? Oh boy, cold beer now is going to be good. Just testing the green again. So, I want this to turn out properly. Let the sun through it. Wow, full summer now. Leaves aren't getting any bigger than that. This isn't very pretty though, I have to admit. Not really the prettiest building in the world, but it's alright once you're inside. Well, this is the last entry. It's exactly 4:40. 10 seconds too, so that's exactly 5 hours to the minute. And I went, let's get the stats up. So I was off by a little bit. 11.18 kilometers, 384 meters up. I think it was a little more than that, more like 400. And moving time was 4 hours and 12 minutes. And then I had an hour droning, a bit over an hour droning actually. So 5 hour trip, 4 hour hiking, and 400 meters up, call it, and 11 kilometers, or 11 and a half maybe. Not bad. Alright, I gotta stop this. And save the track statistics. .18 kilometers. Average speed 2 kilometers an hour. I went up to 6 kilometers an hour though, and up 360 meters. It was more than that. Anyway, so according to this, well, they've got the times wrong. So anyway, because I started and stopped it. Save that. Anyway, that means it's beer o'clock. Alright.